So this is just a quick follow-up video to the previous calibrated settings for the Philips 43-inch 4K TV that I'd uploaded when it was running Uncharted on the PS4. I've tweaked the settings slightly since then. The colours were a bit too rich, and it's obviously personal preference for everything you set on this. But I think I've found a fairly decent tweak setting now, because all of the settings out of the box. If you go into the TV settings, all of these settings out of the box are all pretty horrendous. I've tweaked and played with a few of them, movie and photo the most, and I've more or less got movie and photo exactly the same now. But I'm sticking with photo and the settings that I've got in there, and this is how I've set the TV up and how I think it looks best for me. So onto photo in the picture style. On colour, I'm running at 55, contrast 78. Sharpness, I'm up at 3. Some of you have asked why I'm not running a higher sharpness, up at 8, 9, 10, purely because as soon as I go above 3, if I go to 4, even 5, any text on the screen, both in TV and in the PC and on gaming, just becomes very like jaggy-edged. Doesn't look very good. The TV just applies far too much sharpening to text when you go above 3 really, and 3 is perfectly sharp enough and seems adequate enough for the games that I'm playing, and certainly for watching TV. So I've left it at that. Obviously personal preference, but I don't like the effect that you get above 3. Going into advanced, this is where the major settings are that you need to change. So I'm on game mode in activity style for this. I've done a test on the lag to see if there's any differences between the different TV, game and computer in terms of lag. There really isn't, so it doesn't actually really matter which setting you're on in here. Again, that's personal preference. Game is typically there to increase to give you better lag. The test I've done shows that it's not really doing anything different to TV and computer, but the lag is fairly low across the board. For colour enhancement I've left off. Any setting you put in here, minimum, medium or maximum, just makes the colours look wrong as far as I'm concerned, so I've left that off. And colour temperature, personal preference, normal or warm, depending on what I'm doing with it really. General use, normal, PC use, gaming, films, usually put it onto warm. Down to contrast. Most of these I'm leaving off because they try to do too much processing of the picture, and you end up looking with quite a false picture. Contrast modes is off, dynamic contrast is off, brightness I've left at 50, video contrast up at 80, and gamma I've just set at 0. And then lastly down to sharpness. I can't tell what these settings do. Ultra resolution, noise reduction, and MPEG artifact reduction I've left all off, because turning them all on and off is making, as far as I can tell, no difference at all. So I'd rather it not be trying to do extra processing on the picture and probably having an effect on the lag when it's making absolutely no difference to the picture. So for me, I've left all of those off. And apart from that, format and edges obviously is the simple auto, or typically if you're having problems with the picture, unscaled works for most inputs as well, unless you need to zoom in. And picture shift is obviously just in case you need to shift the picture. And that's it in terms of the settings. And that's for me, that's given the best picture you can get out of this TV, and it's a damn sight better than all of the inbuilt settings that come out of the box from the TV, which quite frankly are pretty horrendous. So give it a go. Hopefully it helps some of you. If you look in the links, I'll upload the videos to the lag test, so you can see for yourselves how the lag on this TV is in terms of display lag. And yeah, hope that helps. Cheers. Thank you.